Welcome back to Soul Renovation. I'm Adeline Atlas, 7 times published author, The Price of Strength and Why We Don't Care. Strength, especially in a woman, disrupts. It triggers insecurity. It challenges control. And whether you're 17 or 70, when you carry that kind of inner power, people will project their fear onto your fire. Not because you're wrong, but because you remind them of everything they haven't yet owned within themselves. Let's talk about what it really means to be a strong woman and why that strength intimidates people no matter your age. Because society doesn't like what it can't shape. And when a woman walks into a room rooted in truth, built from self-trust, unapologetic in her power, people notice. And not always in a good way. It doesn't matter if you're in your 20s, stepping into your voice for the first time, or in your 50s, setting boundaries you should have enforced years ago. When you stop asking for approval and start walking in authority, people get uncomfortable. Not because you're aggressive, not because you're wrong, but because your presence calls out everything inside them that still needs healing. They'll say you're too much, too intense, too confident, too opinionated. But what they really mean is too free to control, too aware to manipulate, too solid to shake. And that kind of woman, she rattles systems. Not because she's loud, but because she's clear. And here's what I've learned. Strength is often mistaken for threat, especially when it's quiet, especially when it's feminine, especially when it comes with standards and not a single ounce of people-pleasing. Because we were taught to tone it down, to smile through it, to soften our edges so others could stay comfortable in their limitations. But you've evolved. You're not performing for applause anymore. You're not packaging yourself in palatable ways just to be liked. You're rooted. And when a woman is rooted, at any age, it's revolutionary. The ones who get it, they'll celebrate you. The ones who don't, they'll critique you. But either way, you keep standing. Because this strength, it wasn't handed to you. It was forged, in silence, in prayer, in every season where you had to figure it out without a map. In every room where you weren't taken seriously, and still took yourself seriously anyway. You became the version of you who doesn't beg for validation, who doesn't flinch when people leave, who doesn't apologize for being direct, driven, or deep. Because strength doesn't mean loud, it means centered. And the ones who feel threatened by that, they're not your people. They're your test, to see if you'll water down your worth to be more digestible, or if you'll hold your frequency regardless of the reaction. So to every strong woman listening, the one who's been called names, misread, underestimated, or pushed aside, you are not too much. You are finally enough for yourself. And the world can either adjust or step aside. The School of Soul Vault is my private monthly membership designed for those who are done just listening and ready to start building. Inside, you get full access to my video series, the unfiltered teachings, the strategy, the game plans, everything I don't share anywhere else. If you're ready to grow in silence and rise with precision, this is where it happens. Join the vault, monthly access, lifetime impact. You're not here to play small, you're here to activate. If this hit, it's not random. It's time. The vault is open. Full access, full frequency, full fire. Join the School of Soul Vault and step into the teachings that rewire your energy, strategy, and spirit. Monthly membership. Infinite return. Go claim what's already yours.